I want our women to be clean and well covered. Till tomorrow, I don't like clothes that are half and here is not covered. I don't like it. I don't want it in Family Worship Center. I don't like clothes with one sleeve and one hand does not have sleeve. Why did God give you two hands? What did the one hand do that you're not covering it? I don't like seeing any private part outside. That's why they call it private part. So armpit is a private part. That is why hair grows there. It's not supposed to be exposed. Have you seen the rubber buttocks they are doing in Nigeria now? What? Two rubber buckets just hitting. Back up, back up, back up, back up. My goodness. Whether you like it or not, let me tell you, it's not Christian. Go and do your body, bring out your breast like this, bring your stomach out, and then bring buttocks. That what happened? When those things begin to backfire on you, you may not live. Oh, I don't like any artificial girls in Family Worship. I just want you to be beautiful and gracious. Let the glory of God shine on you. Let the beauty of God be your... Rather than all those cosmetics, pray in the Holy Ghost. Clean your face, put a little makeup and put... You will look beautiful. With just a little makeup. But with a lot of word and Holy Ghost. But all that Botox they are doing these days is scary. Oh. If you notice these days, all the women are almost perfect. They want to stop God from laughing. You don't know how all this is God putting it so that you'll be laughing. Because when you see one big stomach and one Botox like this and one bracer, you will be laughing. Now you are bringing everything. So you are shocking God. It's like, who is that one? I don't know. It's an angel. Is that a new creation? I have not seen that one before.
The highest happiness on earth is marriage. Come, let's be a comfort to each other. A good marriage is one which allows for change and growth in the individuals and in the way they express themselves in their love. The greatest marriage is built on teamwork. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ifechi Family. The Bible verse I want us to use today before I go into what I want to talk about today is in Ephesians 4 verse 2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Ephesians 4 verse 2. Why am I putting all this and talking about marriage in this way today? One of the reasons is what happened recently here in the UK, in Suffolk, where a Nigerian man deleted his wife. We don't know the circumstances surrounding the whole thing. Everything that people are saying at the moment is all speculation. Because when something like this happens here, you have to be very careful what you say, who you talk to, and what you put out there. Or you will be answerable to anything that comes out of it. So you have to be very careful. Now, my concern is that these people only arrived in the UK over the last couple of years or so they have not been here for long. What actually went wrong, we may never know. But whatever it is, if the full meaning of marriage is known by the two people who are getting married, some of the stories we hear, some of the sad news like this one will not be happening. In marriage, we have to be selective in our battles. You know, sometimes peace is better than being right, than being the right person. For peace, just let it be. Watch what you say. Our mouth, especially we ladies, and some men can also talk. And when you hear some of the things men say, we don't know what happened here. But I'm only going to say some things based on issues I've heard or even been involved in before. Let me speak to men first. Men, and I'm talking to men now, not boys. Not boys who choose to get married because their mates are getting married, or because their mothers or parents are pushing them to get married because they want to see their grandchildren I want to carry my grandchild or children. Why are you still not married? On both sides, they do that both to their male child and female child. Who told you that even if they get married at a very young age, that there will be grandchildren? First thing first, let your children's happiness and peace of mind be your priority. Every other thing will fall into place. Men, again, I'm not talking to boys, I'm talking to the diasporans now, people who are in the diaspora, because I know a lot of things happen back home in Africa and people can just shrug their shoulder and forget about it, or there's no law and order. But here, there's law, there's order. You have to make sure that you're prepared for the life in the diaspora, especially in the UK. I have to talk about UK because that's where I know, and that is where I have lived for the past nearly 37 years. Things have changed a lot. But one thing that have not changed is the law and how things are handled here. If you decide to jagba, as people say, to travel out of Nigeria or other parts of Africa because you want a better life, make sure that when you leave your country, that you drop some of the behaviors that are not right. Hang on to the ones that are right. And one of those ones that you have to drop is to know that as soon as you enter the diaspora, family dynamics changes. You may be the breadwinner back home, but when you come here, it may well be that your wife will be working and getting more than you. But how you work together means that nobody will even know who gets what and whatever due to the way you have planned your lives. But you have to be prepared to be involved in looking after the children. You have to be prepared to be involved in either cooking, cleaning, and doing things. Unless you want to get a house help. If they tell you how much you have to pay per hour, then you have to decide what you actually want. When you have to weigh all these things, and if you're not prepared, please don't bother coming because you'll regret it. Please stop looking for nurses just because you want somebody who will come abroad and be working and be earning loads of money. Let me tell you, nurses are not paid that much here in the UK, especially when you're working as a bedside nurse. They're not paid so much. The only way they make that money that you people see and think that nurses make a lot of money is because they do what they call either bank work or agency work. And that means that they will do their normal work, which is 37.5 hours normally. Then they will go now and do extra bank agency when they are off duty. So they're working round the clock. That's how they make that money. So if you, because I keep hearing people say, oh, I want to marry a nurse. They will tell their parents back home, look for a nurse for me. And the nurse comes over here, starts working, making all this money, and thinks that, oh my goodness, this is life. And then you come and want to start behaving the way things are done back home. Like being the head of the home, this, I have to be in charge of this and that. It doesn't work because that woman knew that the reason why you married her is because she's a nurse and you want her to work. So she's working, she's making the money. Some of them will pocket the money. Unless there's agreement, unless people understand the full meaning of marriage, that the two have become one. But these days, I don't see the two becoming one in action. No, it's all about material things. To the extent that some women will openly say, I'm not going to marry a man who is struggling. I want a man that is very already well made and that will look after me. I don't want to suffer. And that is what is causing some of the problems we have in marriages now, especially in the diaspora. Marry who you can spend the rest of your life with and be happy and have peace. You may marry somebody with loads of money and you don't have any peace. Because the person knows that you marry them because of their money. They'll be giving you the money and they'll be treating you like trash. So women, I'm talking to women now, let us mind what we say and what we wish in marriage, because trust me, money will not give you peace. It's better that you work together, you with your husband, and then children. What pains me in some of these things, especially this latest one that happened here in the UK in Suffolk, is the fact that this woman this couple have 3 children. So it's not just that the woman's life was terminated. The man's life is also terminated, and the 3 children's life are terminated because they will be confused. One minute they're living with each other, the next minute, mom gone forever, dad somewhere, yeah, maybe in future they'll release him, but his life will never be the same for those children. These are the things I want people to be thinking about when they want to do silly things like this. But as I say, we don't know what pushed this person to do these things to somebody that you said, I do to. Somebody that you stood there and took an oath that you are going to live together for better, for worse, and all the rest of it. We don't know what happened, but whatever happened, a life should not be lost like this. Let us think about this. A lot is going on. These are just the ones that come on, out on the news. Similar things and worse are going on in families. But what pains me is when children are involved. Because these children did not ask us to bring them into the world, and they should not be put through things like this. They should not be put through things like this. It is not fair. Look for who you will love and spend the rest of your life with. Come rain, come shine. Because that person that you think, oh, has lots of money and all the rest of it, no condition is permanent. Anything can change tomorrow. So what do? People's mental health are affected, at stake, and we don't know why people do what they do. I'm going to stop this particular video here, but please go to my channel, Ifechi Health and Wellness. There'll be a video coming up there tomorrow. It will talk about the other side of it, which is the mental health side of things, and why there's increase in mental health cases, both here in the UK, in the diaspora, and over the world. So see you on my Ifechi Health and Wellness channel tomorrow when I will upload that video. To be a follow-up of this video, because anybody who can do something like that, their mental health is not stable. I'm stopping this video here now. I don't want it to be too long. There's a lot to be said, but I'll be coming up in future to address certain things. But for now, thank you so much for listening. Goodbye and God bless.